Hey guys, Seth Highwind here, giving you what was going to be my first video in Seth's obscure / infamous video gallery. Yeah, pretty much I'm going to start doing video versions of my reviews. Now, sometimes I will continue to do the written reviews, sometimes I'll be doing video reviews like this. This wasn't the way I wanted to originally do this one, because I put myself to a higher production standard than what I would do. The reasoning why I'm doing it kind of like this in front of a computer webcam and intercutting in gameplay footage instead of doing what I want to do is because about a week ago my computer decided to crap out on me. I had another display crash. Windows went bellied up. My Mac side couldn't even run a basic NES emulator, which is pretty bad if you think about it. So I turned it down, gave it to Apple. Apple did their little diagnostic stress test on it, and they came back and said, we can't replicate the problem, so your computer's fine. So that right there was a week of video stuff that I could have done, but I couldn't. However, in lieu of that, I do want to get this done. I want to get something new out there because I've been super busy with my life, with moving and whatnot, but that's the important part. Today we are focusing on the rest of the Mario educational titles. I swore after I did Mario's Time Machine I would stop the Mario educational titles and move on to something a bit more mainstream for this infamous game gallery. But, you know, if you've played 2, you kind of have to play the rest, and by the rest I mean the other 3 games on the Super Nintendo. No, I'm not going to count Mario Teaches Typing for DOS because we already had Pause in Typing Town and, of course, Mavis Beacon. So we really don't need to talk about typing games that much. But the other 3 games I am referencing is the Mario earlier titles for the Super Nintendo. These were 3 games, of course released by Toolworks Software. You guys, love you guys to death. And the games in this trilogy of Hellfire included Mario's early... We're going to drop the early years title and just go Mario's Preschool Fun, which I don't know really how to categorize that one, but Mario's Fun with Numbers and Mario's Fun with Letters. Awesome games. So I'm going to basically walk you through my initial experiences while replaying these games. I originally played these not on an actual console, but back when I first discovered, you know, emulation and stuff, because I was morbidly curious, and curiosity killed the cat, or the fox in this case. But honestly, out of the 3 games, 2 of them actually fit their motif, which was Preschool Fun and Fun with Letters. And I'm going to explain why in a second. But let's go through it. So, all these games take place on a series of islands, and you can either play as Mario, Yoshi, or Princess Toadstool. They're actually on this logged raft with, you know, like whenever you think of like a shipwrecked sailor, or maybe something from Gilligan's Isle, you know, where it's like a set row of logs bounded together by twine or rope, or hair off Johnny Depp's back while riding on top of sea turtles. I don't know. You know, that lone flagpole with the little flag that is supposed to be used for steering, but we all know it isn't. So I'm assuming Mario crashed his yacht from Mario's game gallery, and from crashing his yacht left Mario, Yoshi, and Peach stranded in these archipelagos, if you will. And their only hope to make it back to safe land is to conquer the challenges faced on each of these islands. These games are also point-and-click games, so you have that really odd mouse cursor effect going on where the D-pad controls the mouse and any one of your face buttons controls the click, if you will. And we already know how I feel about point-and-click games on the consoles. The only one to honestly do it right was Clock Tower. Not even Myst could achieve could even achieve a good level. So, seeing point-and-click just made me go, oh, God. So you can choose which character you want to play as, and then you'll click on one of the many different islands, and it'll take you to a separate educational title. So for Preschool's Fun, you have very basic concepts such as differentiating shapes. You have basically different parts of the body in which Mario will like wiggle his nose or stomp his feet. You have very basic generic games. But the one that really sticks out most in my mind, and this is the reason why I will never use Princess Peach again, was the counting world, in which your character, no matter who you choose, will sit there and observe the kids. Kids, mind you. I don't know how kids got stranded on these desert islands. I'm assuming they're just like maybe the cannibals from Monkey Island. But there are kids. And you basically move the mouse around and you click on it and it will say, like, there are 5 paintbrushes. And then it will count it out. Slowly. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 paintbrushes. You know, and almost in the same dialect and accent as a speak and spell. Not merely as demonic as a speak and spell, but pretty dang close. But Princess Peach, every time I look at her in this still image, I think of Dr. Frankenfurter from Rocky Horror Picture Show. She does not look like Princess Peach at all. She looks like a sweet transvestite.
I'm just a sweet transvestite from transsexual Transylvania.
Drag queen, if you will. It just does not look like a Princess Peach. And after seeing that, not even her sprite is remotely princess related, and yet they managed to get the sprites correct for both Mario and Yoshi. Another common trait that you'll find is, as you're going about the different islands, you'll find Luigi sleeping. And you can wake his butt up, and then the real game will start. Like it will ask you, for example, the Shapes Land, find a circle. You know, where Luigi's asleep, and you're in a big top, and there's a creepy-ass clown on the right side of the screen, and you have to dress the clown up, and it just scares me to death. Repressed memories, just not want to think about that right now. But that's all you do in each of these games. You wake Luigi up from his nap, and I have no idea how he got to these places. He wasn't on the initial raft. I'm assuming Luigi just... This must be a summer home. And you will then do a series of tasks. And those tasks are very mundane and generic. Not really what I would call a good preschool game. But that's preschool fun in a nutshell. You're learning about the different types of things you would learn in preschool, if you will. And then we go to fun with numbers. Dear God, did they drop the ball on this one? It's a numbers game. You could think of many different ways to go about using numbers, but the kicker is only 3 out of the games actually do with numbers. The rest of them could have easily gone to preschool fun, such as Shapes and Colors, or my personal favorite, Same and Different World, where the game is literally asking you, pick which one is different. And the best part is, it will flat out say it too. It's not like, yeah, this one is different. It goes, you have picked the circle. This one is different. This one does not belong.
You chose a tree. It is different. It does not belong.
It's almost borderline segregation. And when you can physically pick out something flawed, and horribly flawed with a game like this, it kind of makes up for it, but not that much. It's bad. But with Counting World, I will have to give it. The Counting World in Fun with Numbers is unique because it actually goes to 2 separate islands. You can count in Mario's bedroom or in Mario's kitchen. And Mario's bedroom is unique where it only has a bed, a dresser, and a toy box. With, you know, a teddy bear, a sailing ship, a little wooden car, you know, basic toys. Now, I did not know Mario was so heavily deep in age play that he actually has a toy chest in his bedroom. Let alone he has many pairs of his traditional brown shoes laid out on the floor like he doesn't care. His dresser has many different colored shirts that Mario would never wear, and they're not even the right type if he picked up, a Fire Flower or the Tanuki suit, or even going on in the further games like the Ice Flower. I mean, it's... But then we go to Mario's kitchen. And Mario's kitchen is a special treat, considering the fact that the Mario sprite itself is probably no bigger than, let's go with your traditional 7-year-old, where the countertop is like a couple inches bigger, taller than where Mario's standing. His fridge is ginormous. It takes 3 or maybe 2.5 Mario sprites stacked up tall for Mario to fully reach his fridge. Now, we all know Mario can jump high, but that's no excuse. We're talking about a full-grown adult here, so why is he the size of a child? But like I said, Mario's Fun with Numbers drops the ball because of the different games that honestly should have been in preschool fun. I know it's counting, and I will give the game credit. It tried with its counting stages. You have the generic, like, let's go counting around Mario's, around Mario's bedroom. Can you find the 9? And you're going through Hotel Mario, trying to find the different numbers that are above each of the room doors, or the How Many World, in which you basically count. You're in a zoo, first off, and the first one is, can you find the bag with this many peanuts? And I love the digitized voicing for this because I swear to God, they're not saying peanuts. I mean, you can listen to this audio file and tell me they are saying peanuts. Because that's not what it... Just listen to this file.
You found the bag with 8 peanuts. Find the bag with 9 peanuts.
Like I said, does not sound like the word. It sounds like something else. Use your imagination. I'm pretty sure you can figure it out. So you have to look for how many bags of peanuts. Eventually you have to look for whiskers. Before my recording software crapped out, you had to look for spots on like leopards and seals, but then the rest of the games are all things that should have been in preschool fun. Like learning the difference between which one has the most water, which one has a bucket of sand, which one has 1 shovel, which one has 2 shovels. To this trilogy's credit, the best game is Fun with Letters, because each and every single game in this has to do with letters. You have Vowels World, you have First Letter World, you have Last Letter World, you have Finish the Sentence World, in which it has Luigi sitting in a pile of mud because Nintendo hates Luigi back in the day. You even have a very unique rendition of the alphabet, in which it goes through letters A through Z. You have no control over this one, by the way, so you can just go ahead and set that controller down and kind of watch and be amazed by Icky, Iggy. It uses Mario characters, Mario, Bowser, Yoshi, Iggy, one of the Koopalings. The one I will not give this one credit for is its representation of C. And it says, Crazy Cat. Now, I know cats. I've lived with cats. Cats aren't crazy. They're lazy, they're evil, they try to kill you in your sleep, but they're not crazy. I don't know why it could have been Crazy Fox, because that makes a lot more sense, but I'm going on a tangent about Mario's early years. Fun with Letters is, at least I give it merit, because it is all letters. There's not 1 ounce of preschool fun located in that one. And it really shows that they kind of tried a lot on that game and preschool fun, but they're like, we're all out of ideas for Fun with Letters. Oh, fun with numbers. Oh, I have an idea. What if we had Mario going through an interactive world? And no, we don't have that in the budget. Just scrap it, and we're gonna move on and go ahead and enjoy. And I'll just take some of those games that we got rid of from preschool fun, just toss them in that game, and we'll go ahead and release it. If you haven't noticed by what I've been talking about from the sound or some of the clips, the music and the voices in this game is downright atrocious. You have the generic kid voice that is explaining the rules of each land to you. And every single time you get something right, you have a Mario sprite pop up. And you have this generic old man that says, "That works for me!"
Shovel.
That works for me!
And you hear that every time. And it's for every character, by the way. You hear it for Yoshi, which you can't have multiple Yoshis in this game. You have it for Yoshi. You have it for Toad. You have it for the Piranha Plant. You have it for the Kooplings. And then you have the weird sock monkey-like character and the Chicken McNugget meal and the random hand that either has a banana or a popsicle on it. Characters, maybe? But you hear this voice all the time, and it's sad when you can get very predictable with it. In the music, this music is either some reused slow Mario music, or it uses Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. What kills me is this is the same composer who did the Jurassic Park games on the Sega Genesis. We're talking this music? And then you compare it to the Mario's early years music. Once again, the amazing hardcore guitar riff of Jurassic Park Rampage Edition opening. And Sam Powell's amazing, unique take on Twinkle Twinkle Little Star.
Find the rectangle.
This kills me. As a fan of this man's music, it just kills me. I know what you're saying. Seth, it's a preschool game. It's not meant to be taken seriously by older gamers. And I will agree with you. But when you compare it to other preschool games that came out along this year, I mean, let's think about it. When you were in, let's say, kindergarten at most. When you were in preschool or kindergarten, what did you play? You played Math Blaster. You played Science Blaster. You had Reader. Fucking Rabbit. I mean, we even had, Zoombinis. We had Putt-Putt. Games like that proved that educational software can be fun. But, it's a console. It's limited. We can't expect amazing PC quality. Well, but yes, we can. Disney proved it with the Mickey Mouse educational games on the Nintendo. The original NES, we're talking a 8-bit system compared to a 16-bit counterpart. I don't care what you say. Mickey's Adventures in Letterland was educational and also fun because that was a 2D platformer that actually had a challenge on the hardest difficulty. Toolworks Software even proved that their own games can be somewhat fun with Mario is Missing on the Nintendo. I don't know how they messed up and dropped the ball so horribly on these 3 bland educational titles that it just baffles my mind, but it wouldn't be Seth's infamous game gallery, video gallery at this case, without really dropping down to the bottom of the barrel, and we're making Mario's Time Machine look good. That's impressive. So, that's it for me. I promise better video production the next time, or I might do a few more vlog videos like this, but I hope you guys enjoyed the first of what's to come of many different Seth's insert here video gallery. I had a lot of fun doing this. I had a lot of fun torturing myself on the games. And I hope to see you guys behind the camera next time, and I hope to see you guys when I start streaming again soon. Until then, this has been Seth Hywen for Seth's infamous video game gallery, which you can only find here on GamingForever.com. See you next time.